Hey guys, it's Queen Kuli. Thank you so much for being here today. I wanted to make this video for you, and I want to talk a little bit about being unbreakable. And this is something that's going to be a theme all year long. I've spent the last 18 months going through a deep spiritual awakening and also was working with someone that I would call a shaman for sure, who really helped me become unbreakable and unshakable. Now, whether you are a healer, whether you are a heart-centered entrepreneur, whether you're a highly sensitive person, or if you're just anyone who has a calling on their life, who wants to make a big impact on the world, I have been finding that so many of us have been really on the flip side of this. We've been working with the heart, we've been thinking about and working with people, heart-centered people, which is amazing. And I know that there's a surge right now in heart-centered and heart-led entrepreneurs and people that are spiritual making their mark in the world. And that's awesome because that's that's what I do. And if that's what you do or that's what you want to do, then you're in the right place. But what I haven't heard a lot about is the flip side of this, which is how to be unshakable and unbreakable. Because what I've found that for so many of us is that if you have been working with the heart, you have not been protecting yourself, and you may not have learned how to protect yourself against attacks. This has become very prevalent. One thing that you need to remember is that if you are being attacked spiritually, that's usually the case when you are just about to move up to another level and ascend, or you have just moved up to another level. And a lot of people don't understand. They're like, why am I being attacked from the dark ones, as I say? And that's because they know that your light's going to explode. You are just going to get stronger. Your light's going to get brighter. And what happens when that happens? Well, they don't want that, right? They don't want you to expand. They don't want you to shine. They don't want you to change because you're going to make a positive effect on the world. So they want to try and stop that as much as possible. And they want to steal your light. And how can they do that? The best way they can do that is to take your light as much as possible. So they'll go in for an attack, and attacks, spiritual attacks, can come in the form of you doubting yourself, you thinking, I'm not going to make it. I'm not at the next level. I don't know how to get to the next level. I don't know how to expand. I don't know how to change. I don't know how to give what I've got to the world. And so then they will bring in fear and doubt and you being ashamed of who you are, maybe abandonment, you're not good enough, all of these thoughts. You are your thoughts. And I really want you to understand that we are all connected. Every thought that you have contributes to how you show up in the world. And if you are showing up negatively, then that's what the universe hears, and then that's what the universe will bring you more of. So anytime that you're showing up as in, I'm afraid, or I'm frustrated, or I have fears, that's what the universe hears and knows, oh, you're fearful, let me bring you more of that. Just as if you're living in joy and you're grateful, hey, you want more of that? That's where you're vibing, I'll bring you more of that. So that's why it's really critical that you manage your thoughts as much as possible. And it's not always easy because a lot of this stuff is subconscious. As I always say, a shaman needs a shaman, right? Because nobody can see all their own stuff. Nobody out there can understand everything that they're putting out into the world because a lot of this is subconscious. Over 90% of this is subconscious. So you've got to monitor your thoughts as much as you possibly can, right? And then try to be as positive as possible. And one of the things that I'm going to start teaching on are the laws of the laws of the universe. And the first one is the law of attraction. Now, I got to tell you, let me preface this. I always roll my eyes to the law of attraction. I didn't see The Secret. Anytime that they talk about the law of attraction, I always think, you know what, that's crap. I don't want to talk about it because I feel like it's been overdone. Of course, we know like attracts like, but I stand corrected. I started really reading up on this. And a couple of really interesting things came to mind that I wanted to talk about today. When you talk about the law of attraction, something really important here is you need to look around at the people that you have in your life, right? Because they all offer clues as to who you are. Because everything in your life and every person in your life and even every animal in your life is there for a purpose. And they're there because you've called them in, whether you realize it or not, right? So some of your animals can be your best pals. Some of your animals can be your guardians. They all have something to teach you, just as everyone in your life has something to teach you. Okay. But um, what you think is important, right? So if you think self-critical thoughts, then you're taking little swipes at yourself, right? If you're burying rage, you may draw in an attack. If you feel you do things because you feel you should or you feel obligated, then you are in bondage, right? You will attract situations and people that will keep you bound and stuck, right? So if you think negative thoughts, you'll attract negative people. And if you think positive thoughts, you'll attract positive people. Now, that sounds really easy, but it's not always easy to live that life because, we get frustrated. We're humans. We have good days. We have bad days. We have ups and downs. Of course, you try every day to be better, but it's not always easy. But if you keep drawing in the same type of person, you keep, especially as a business owner, if you keep attracting the same type of client, let's just say you attract people that can't pay your rates. There's something within you that you haven't mastered the money, right? You have a relationship with money. Money is energy. That's all it is. It's neither negative, it's neither negative or positive. It's just energy. You get to put that positive or negative spin on it. So if you're attracting in people that can't pay your rates, then somehow you're putting out there into the universe that I don't believe in myself. I don't feel comfortable with the amount of money that I'm putting on my services, and then people will feel that. So money is a huge, huge area that a lot of us, I've worked really hard on my money and mastering. It all comes down to the umbrella of what you're worth and how you feel about money, right? What your self-worth is. So one thing that I was really thinking about when I was reading this is if you believe that no one can possibly understand you, you will magnetize and attract people who do not understand you. This person keeps drawing in the same type of person into their lives, is continuing to broadcast the same message. What is that message? That I am not worthy, right? Now, this really bothered me because for years I would say, nobody understands me, right? Maybe that's, you trying to be the hero, or that's you setting yourself apart. But I would say nobody understands me. I'm so complex, nobody gets me, because that was the truth. I felt that was my truth for years. As an 11, I felt like nobody gets me. I'm different. But then that's not the case. People started understanding me. But then as I started teaching other people and coaching them, I would say, nobody will understand my message. And that became a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I had to stop saying that. Now, what I say is everybody understands my message. Everybody is going to get what I'm saying. Everybody is going to resonate with not all of what I say, but maybe some of it or all of it. But people do understand me. People do resonate with me. Now people will email me and say, you know what? On your last video, I felt like you were talking directly to me. I'm like, yeah, that's because I am you, especially if you're an 11, if you're a master number. I get this because I've spent a lot of time and I put a lot of work into this. But what I'm trying to teach you is the things that you say matter more than you know, because we are all connected, both here and in the realms. Way, way, way more than you know. We're connected. So everything that you put out there, I can feel, and you can feel what I put out there. Our animals can feel it, right? They live with us every day. They understand when we're happy. They understand when we're sad and depressed. How many times have you been upset and say you've been crying and your dog or your cat will come right up to you and try to help you? They understand. They know. They're so much smarter than we give them credit for. But if you are in business, right, no matter what you do, you want people to understand you. So if you're continually broadcasting, hey, nobody gets me, then they won't. If you're continually putting out there, hey, nobody's going to understand my message or understand what I teach, they won't. So you have to change that to everyone understands me. And, probably not everyone will, but a lot of them will. Most everybody that listens to me will get my message, and they will, right? So it's really important what you say. Think about what you're putting out there and think about how you're portraying yourself. If you want clients that can pay what you put your price of your services at, then understand and say, I only attract the people that understand my vibe, understand what I'm saying, understand my message, and can pay my rates, right? No matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's $5 or $50,000 or whatever, right? So this is the law of attraction. The law of attraction really is, like attracts like, but you really want to try to be on the highest vibration possible. And to do that means that you have to think about how you're putting yourself out there into the world. And one of the fastest ways to get your vibe up is to be grateful. It's been proven that when you're grateful, and every day I always say, listen, I don't know what today's going to bring, but I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm happy that I'm here. And I really want to make a difference in the world. That's what I strive to do every day. Instead of the old way, which was, oh my gosh, this day's going to suck. I have to do this. I have to do that. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. And I should do this. But when you say you should, it means I really don't want to. So start thinking about, how can this be fun for me? How can I change this up? Right? Because you only get one life and it can go by really quickly. So think about what you're saying, think about what you're putting out there, try and raise your vibration as much as possible. Hope this helped you guys. I know this was very brief. If you would love to learn from me, I offer private sessions, or you can look at the Brave Academy. And I'm also opening up a membership site. And if you're interested in that, it's going to open up probably in the next couple of weeks, probably June 1st. So let me know if that's something. Email me. I'll leave the links below. And I look forward to working with you and talking with you. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Take care.